you look at LSU, they fired Les Miles. And then after that, they've never been the same since they lost Les Miles. Ed Orgeron is not a good coach. He just got lucky with that once in a lifetime roster. And after that roster left, he was a mediocre.
You don't think that Brian Kelly's records are close to Les Miles?
No.
You know what? I am willing to bet you, Trey, that we could put those side by side and they're almost exact.
I'm actually interested to see that.
Okay. You keep talking and we'll pull up Brian Kelly's record against Les Miles. Now, Les Miles obviously won a national championship in 2007, and then he got back to the BCS championship game in 2011. But at the time that they fired him, there was a string of 8-4, 9-4s.
But that was consistent bowl game.
And that's what Brian Kelly's doing. He's going 10-3, 9-4 every year.
But we don't really know into LSU's Brian Kelly's tenure yet. It's only year 3. And Les Miles been there since
year 4, 22, 23,
8 or 9,
25.
10 years.
No, 10 years. I am comparing Les Miles' last 4 years to Brian Kelly's first 4 years.
Okay.
Now that's what they were firing Les Miles for. They weren't firing him for winning a national championship in 2007. It was 2016. They were saying basically over the last 4 or 5 years, you've done nothing but lose 4 games every year.
But doesn't the past matter when you got really good?
It doesn't. It doesn't matter. It matters when we're voting on a Hall of Fame. But if I'm sitting here in 2025, I'm not judging Dabo Swinney on 2015. That's great. He accomplished it. I applaud him. We'll give him banners. We'll throw a parade. We'll have him back every year. But I'm not judging. No, you don't have. That's what's ruined a lot of sports franchises. Major League Baseball teams, they pay for what they've seen over the last 10 years. They don't pay players for what they're projected to do. They pay Albert Pujols $100 million for being the best hitter in baseball 5 years ago. That's not going to help you going forward. You got to pay for what's going forward. So you don't say, oh, Les Miles, you won a national championship in 2007. And in 2016, that's we're hanging on to that. No, you're losing 4 games a year. That's not good enough at LSU. Bye. But that's what you do. That's how you run a sports program.
But Les Miles got more of his players than Brian Kelly right now, Mr. Mark.
He's got what?
He inspires the players more, and also he utilizes.
How does that translate to wins and losses?
Les Miles?
Yes.
He was a strategic genius at times, and some of it's really risky. Oh, come on now. Oh, come on. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah.
Les Miles was a strategy genius?
Yeah.
You've got to be kidding me.
No.
I think I could draw up a better game plan when I was 8 years old than Les Miles. Les Miles is a moron when it comes to strategy.
Oh, come on.
His game management was horrible. Terrible.
Hold on.
Les Miles single-handedly kept this channel going because I would post a video every Monday about what a moron he was, making the stupidest game management decisions. He knew nothing about clock management or field position. He was terrible. He's notoriously horrible. The worst I've ever seen. Him and Herm Edwards on the NFL level, they are the best I've ever seen at blowing a football game.
What? Okay, hold on.
Les Miles game management?
Yes.
Now, if you want to talk about building the program, recruiting, if you want to talk about inspiring players, the players loved him, all that stuff, absolutely. But if you want to talk about nuts and bolts, understanding football and how to manage a game, he's terrible.
He's really good at it. He was a really good manager, Mark.
No.
He might not be the best in clock, but he utilizes the players in his schemes and made it work. He had two quarterback
coordinators that did that.
Hold on. What? He had a good defense because of Kevin Steele.
I didn't say he didn't have a good defense. I said he couldn't manage a game.
But the offense, he had 2 quarterbacks, Jordan Jefferson and Jarrett Lee, and he took those two guys, switching back and forth, and took them to the national championship. In
Yes.
2011.
And what happened? What happened in that national championship game? Nick Saban had 6 weeks to prepare for him, and how many points did they score? 0.
It was 21-0.
Exactly. It was 21-0.
But it could have been worse.
Okay, you're only proving my point.
But look, he had some. He wouldn't have won a national championship or even got close to multiple.
You just got done telling me that Ed Ogeron won a national championship. Gene Chizik won a national championship. That doesn't mean that they're great head coaches.
Wait, well, hold on.
And again, I am not attacking Les Miles' ability to build a program, recruit, inspire players, all those things, or even hire coaches and put them in the right position to embolden them to run an offense and a defense. I'm talking about he cannot manage a football game.
But he's the guy that puts everything together, Mark. He wouldn't have won one national championship and got the other, played in the other, and multiple SEC titles without having some sense of coaching or being a genius. The way he's doing
Les Miles is a genius. If Les Miles is a genius, we are all in trouble.
He's also a good.
Or we're all geniuses, maybe.
But his best.
If Les Miles is a genius, I'm staring at my doorknob across the room, and that doorknob's a genius too.
Oh, come on now, Mark. Come on. Why are you hating Les Miles?
I just told you what he was good at and what he sucked at, and he could not manage a game.
He might not be the best. I admit that he's not the best game manager.
No, he was the worst.
But his game planning and utilizing the schemes of his players with the OC and the DC, and also he was great at rallying the troops. He is very crafty.
We agree on that.
He's very crafty.
That's what I'm talking about.
He is very crafty. He will punt fake.
Crafty.
Yes, he does this to Florida all the damn time, and I will be pissed off when he does it. He does punt fakes. He does fake field goals. You can't win as many football games as he tried it on. Most of not, Mark. It would have failed. Somehow they worked it in perfection all the dang time. I don't think I ever seen it fail in LSU. Not a punt fake nor a fake field goal fake. But
the very last game he coached, he blew a game at Auburn, and it was typical Les Miles not understanding the clock, the timeouts, and they blew the game. And they finally said, you know what? We've seen enough. So what we're going to do is, you see Brian Kelly's record right there, 34-12 at LSU.
Yes.
And I just looked up Les Miles, but on Wikipedia, unfortunately, all of his win totals go to 0 his last 4 years because he cheated and because they got NCAA sanctions. So his record got wiped away. So we're not going to count that against him. I got to go to another site here. Okay. But I can pretty much recite most college football records in history. Yeah. But we'll go to 34-12, and then we'll look at Les Miles' final 4 seasons. He was 2-2. Okay.
All right, where are we at? Okay.
And in 2015, they went 9-3. That's 11-5. And then in 2014, they were 8-5. That's 19-10. And then in 2013, they were 10-3. That's 29-16. Brian Kelly, 34-12. Better record by 4 games over the same period of time.
Let's be honest here, Mark. It matters what it was back then in the future right now.
Well, let's be honest. Who was right in this comparison? You just told me that there was no comparison, and I told you that you could put Brian Kelly's record against Les Miles, and it would be at least as good, and it's 34-12 against 29-16.
You are right. I will admit he has the better record, but Les Miles did more with less. Alabama
with
was
less.
With less.
What do you mean with less? He had top recruiting classes, and that's to his credit.
Oh, come on now, Mark. That was all. When you look back then, it was.
You don't think LSU had top recruiting classes when Les Miles was there? Do we need to look that up too?
top 10 and top 15. There was no near the top 5.
Oh, no. So there's 2016. They had the number 3 recruiting class in the country.
And that's 2016?
There's 16. 15. Number 5.
Yeah, I wanted to, well,
2014. Number 2 in the country.
oh, are these rivals?
This is 247.
Oh, God.
2012. Am I just proving my point? Number 5, number 3, number 2. Are you kidding me?
Right there.
1 was number 14. Okay, so they average out to still a top 5 class over his final 4 years. Okay, I can't be any more right than I've been about comparing Brian Kelly's record and Les Miles and telling you that he didn't do more with less. If anything, he did less with more. He had top 5 recruiting classes and he was losing 4 games a year.
Brian Kelly wouldn't do better with this class. Look at him now.
We're not talking about Brian Kelly. Brian Kelly has nothing to do with this conversation to begin with. It had to do with me pointing out that Les Miles is not the greatest football coach in history, that he's really not that good. And I'm pointing out that he's losing 4 games a year with top 5 recruiting classes.